So it's Uncommon Fossil today. Want to talk about an improved Toedscruel EX deck. I now have included in the deck all of the cards that you get on the Premium Battle Pass up to Tier 14, right? I did one on the Tier 0 build of Toedscruel EX, and the deck was underwhelming. You just didn't get energies to play. But as you go up the ladder in the Battle Pass, up through Tier 14, you pull cards as rewards that they intend to go in the deck to make it better. And they gave us a solid set of cards that does make the deck better. So let's get into it. I want to talk about the cards that are included and the cards I've dropped to make room for these. So first off, they've given us a third copy of Toedscruel EX. It's a good attacker, so glad to have 3 of this. And really, this now, it is a Toedscruel EX attacking deck only, really. The attack damage gets up pretty well. Colony Rush does for 2 grass, 80 damage plus 40 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has any grass energy on it. Actually, I believe the attack is still bugged, and it actually does more damage than it's supposed to, so you can take advantage of that if you want to. I think you don't have to have energy attached. If it's a grass evolution Pokemon, you get credit for that also, which you shouldn't. And then Protective Mycelium is also helpful. This ability prevents all effects of attacks by your opponent's Pokemon done to all your Pokemon that have energy attached. Damage is not an effect, so if it does damage, it doesn't protect it, but it protects you from Sableye in Lost Zone, which is terrific. It would prevent you with being knocked out from, say, Giratina's V-Star attack, because that's an effect of an attack. It's not damage itself. So it is a useful ability to have there. So we have a third Toedscruel. They've given us 1 copy of Squawkabilly EX. You probably already had that, but another copy is good, and certainly you want it in the deck. It helps you set up Squawk and C's ability. On your first turn, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You can't use more than 1 of this ability during your turn, and you can only do it during turn 1, so 1 copy is plenty. You can attack sometimes, Motivate does 20, and it accelerates 2 basic energies from the discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, and so sometimes you'll use that to set up things, and maybe 20 damage will finish off an opponent's Pokemon. That happens too. We now have 2 Gossifleurs and 2 Cherrims, two Eldegoss. So this is a different art than the one that they've given us. I just went with a basic art. I believe they went with the alternate art, but I've gone with the basic arts in all the cases because I already own those. But it's the same card, no difference. So just a basic, doesn't really do us much on its own, but then it gets Eldegoss. No, not Eldegoss. Yes, Eldegoss. Sorry, with Cotton Lift ability really will help this deck. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic energies, and they're all grass energies in this deck, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So the problem we had with the deck, the Tier 0 build, I found is I just wasn't hitting energy. So now I have access to energy. This will make the deck work a lot better. So a 2-2 line of that. And then they also gave us 1 more Pokemon, a Lumineon V. For Luminous Signs ability, when you play it from your hand to your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card. Very, very useful. We can't attack with it because we don't have water energy, but really good at some point in the game. Get that supporter we need to make things happen. So I'm glad to have that in the deck as well. To make some room for it, I got completely rid of, we had a 2-2-2 Turtwig Grottle Torterra line. Torterra was a decent attacker, but rather attack with Toedscruel. And Grottle's ability is useful in the deck. Search your deck for a grass Pokemon once per turn. But I think we can get our pieces out without these, and we need a deck space. So just cut all of that. That freed up 6 deck slots. The energy count is the same as original, just 12 basic grass energies. In terms of trainers, let's see. They gave us 4 Level Ball. Level Ball is very good, right? Search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. Very, very useful. Gossifleur, Eldegoss fit that. Obviously, the Cherubi and the Cherrim fit that, as well as the Toedscruel. So a very good search card. Definitely having 4 of those in the list is an improvement. 1 Super Rod, shuffle up to 3 Pokemon, and or basic of combination of Pokemon and basic energy into your deck. I like having that in the deck. And then 3 Paths to the Peak. I have included all 3. You could cut a path if you want to keep some other card in there, but it shuts down rule box Pokemon, so you just don't want to play it before you use Squawkabilly's EX's ability, because you can't do that. It shuts down Lumineon V, so you don't always want to. And it also shuts down Toedscruel EX's ability. So if you need Protective Mycelium, don't put down Path to the Peak. I did keep one alternate stadium as a bump to it. So what did I do? Cut in trainers because we need more space. I cut Miriam. That shuffles up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck and draw 3. But we have Super Rod. I like that better. Gets those Pokemon back if you need it. Gives the option of energy, and also, while it doesn't draw, it doesn't use up your supporter for turn. I cut 2 Practice Studio. I kept 1 in so I can bump Path with it if need be, but it boosts your stage 1s by 10, which can be useful, but honestly, it's a bit underwhelming. I don't think it's crucial to the deck, so just down to 1, mainly as a Path bump if we need it. Oh, we also had a Pokemon I cut before. I had a Toedscruel single prize, and I cut that also because I didn't really want to tackle that. The EX is what I want to be all in with here. And then in terms of these level balls are really nice with this deck, and I cut the Great Ball. There are 4 Great Ball, which you look at, I think the top 7 cards in your deck, you can put any one Pokemon from there into your hand. I was debating, it had 2 Capturing Aroma, 4 Great Ball. I needed 4 slots. I could have cut the Capturing Aromas and kept 2 Great Balls, but I think Capturing Aroma is better with this deck. You're guaranteed to get a Pokemon, and you can choose which one it is. You just don't know whether it's a basic or an evolution. So I do think this will make the deck better, because getting energy was the big problem with the deck. So made these improvements to the deck. Once you get to tier 14, these are free upgrades. So I'd say give this upgrade a try. I think you'll like it. All right, so we'll see how things go in this game here. Obviously, Evolution deck would like to go first, but, doesn't always happen that way. It shouldn't always happen that way, right? We should have to, all right, so I think my opponent, oh, no, I won, so I will go first. Excellent, excellent. And we will see what happens here. So have the ability to draw energy into hand now. That's the big thing I am excited about. I'll put Gossifleur in the active. If one of them gets that knocked out, the accelerating energy is more important than drawing energy. You need both, but you could always potentially draw energy without. All right, they played a Bidoof. All right, well that's nice. So I can fill up my bench. Do I want a Squawkabilly? This is a really good set of cards. I just might though, right? All right, so I will put down. I will get down 2 Toedscruels, I think. I have 3 Battle VIP Pass, so I hit all I need. So Gossifleur, Cherubi. So I think I want another Cherubi and a Gossifleur. And then I might toss down the Squawkabilly. I might just want to toss. Yeah, I think I want to toss down Squawkabilly. It really sets me up nicely, I think, if I do that. So I'm going to do that. I will attach to a Toedscruel, use my ability. Super, super good turn 1. Hitting 3 of the 4 Battle VIP passes is crazy. So now I have this is nice. Have an evolution Pokemon. Have the Cherrim, so I can attach to energies. And of course, since the bug is there, I will get credit for the Cherrim. Now, I'm up, they play Fire Energy because, right, that's what Charizard EX accelerates. Is it just a Charizard EX deck, which I'll be much happier with that, right? So hit me for weakness there. Did not knock me out, though. So that is good. So I think I'm going to want to hit into the active here. I don't remember if I have any switch cards in this deck list, I got to say. So that could be a problem. I want to accelerate energy. I'm going to ditch both bosses. in Iono here, because I do want stuff. I want stuff. Definitely want stuff. So, I will Toedscruel. No, don't play that down, right? I will accelerate to the active as well, because then I can retreat, right? And I want to be able to retreat, so now I evolved. Didn't I could have attached by hand manually, but no need to do that. Would love to get some more Pokemon into play. I am not, okay, not terrible. That's actually pretty good, actually, isn't it? So let me do Capturing Aroma first. I obviously want an evolution. Heads may just be evolution if I recall correctly. So that's good. So let me grab... I'm going to grab another Toedscruel. All right, so I'm going to... There's no energy in the discard pile, so I'm going to retreat here. Let me see what my damage level is right now. It's 160 because it's 80. It shouldn't be that, but it should just be right now 80. But so I have a Cherrim. I want an Eldegoss into play. So I'll evolve the undamaged one, right? Because he's more likely to survive. My damage has been increased there, which of course it should not have been. All right, I'm going to accelerate. What I need to. Just accelerate there, and I'm going to say done with that. So that gave me another 40. I'm going to. I could attach also, get another 40 if I attach to Squawkabilly, which I have to do by hand. I can't accelerate to it because it's a rule box Pokemon. So anyway, took care of the Charizard with the energy, so that's a plus. Obviously, they can rare candy with their Charizard EX rare candy and attack. They don't get the knockout though, so let's see what they do. They have, they're not in the ideal position, so probably gonna, if they have a rare candy, they'll grab the EX and attack. So tossing away Artisan, which is fine. So Charizard EX goes down. Yep, they have the rare candy. They are weak to me, so that's the nice thing. Rather than my being weak to them, they are weak to me. So I'm going to one-shot the Charizard EX. I'm pretty certain. They really should. I assume they couldn't, but they should not have overplayed the energy there. That was a mistake. I think they just should have either not accelerated it or accelerated it to Bidoof, right? It's Bidoof. It's not Bibarel yet, right? It's Bidoof. Just it gives it a pivot, right? It can retreat for one. So the third, I don't believe there's any benefit. Well, if they retreat, if they don't get knocked out, they can retreat. But I'm pretty confident they're getting knocked out, and they should know they're getting knocked out too. I can search for 2 energy. I can't accelerate to the Toedscruel EX, but I only need 1 more energy on it, so that's okay. In fact, I will attach by hand. They didn't even get the knockout, so they're in a lot of trouble. So I will probably, so I'll attach here. I might as well toss down my stadium. I tossed away both my bosses, right? And I believe I cut a boss. I cut the 3rd boss. So this is very nice, right? Very, very nice. So let me... So I want to get an Eldegoss. Might as well. I think my damage will go up too. I'm at 500. Let's see. Does it go up? No, it stays the same. No, I attach per turn. So I will... I guess I'll just grab my energies too, right? I can actually grab up to 4 energy, so that's really nice now that I have 2 of them down. There's no need for that. I'll just grab 2, just thinning the deck a little bit. I don't want to research this away, but boom, 500, right? I could have attached some energy too if up against like a Sable Lost Zone deck with Sableye, right? So the nice thing with Toedscruel, now look, I'm taking advantage of the damage buff, but I have gotten the full plenty of damage there easily. I easily would have then, if the attack wasn't broken, I just would have accelerated an energy to each of my my Eldegoss and my Cherrim. So there we go. Up against one of the best decks in the game, but of course they're weak to me. The risk you're going to run into in that matchup is they're playing fire energy. Do they have alternate fire attackers? Of course, their opponent didn't set up that well either. But all right, they're playing fire energy, right? If they play something like an NTV or a single prize fire, even, then I'm in a lot of trouble. But a lot of decks aren't. A lot of decks are just attacking with Charizard EX, which is generally a good call. I don't criticize that, but they're weak to grass. Take advantage of that weakness now. Toedscruel's probably in as good, and the attack is bugged too. So Toedscruel EX is as good as it's probably ever going to get right now. Take care.